The Mandela Effect. Why do we remember things that never happened? Have you ever been absolutely certain of something, only to find out you were wrong? Maybe you remember the Monopoly man wearing a monocle, but he never did. Or perhaps you swear that Pikachu's tail had a black tip, but it doesn't. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. You've experienced the Mandela Effect, a bizarre phenomenon where large groups of people collectively misremember the same details. But why does this happen? Is it just faulty memory, or is something bigger at play? Today, we'll break down the science, psychology, and mysteries behind the Mandela Effect. What is the Mandela Effect? The Mandela Effect refers to the phenomenon where large groups of people recall the same incorrect detail, event, or fact. The term was coined by Fiona Broome, who discovered that many people mistakenly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, when in reality, he was released and later became South Africa's president. Since then, the Mandela Effect has been observed in pop culture, history, and even brand names. Some of the most famous examples include Mirror, Mirror on the Wall never existed, and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The real line is the magic mirror on the wall. The Fruit of the Loom logo never had a cornucopia. Many recall it featuring one, but it never did. Febreze has always been spelled with one E. Many people believe it was spelled Febreze, but that version never existed. The Kit Kat logo never had a hyphen. Some swear it was once Kit Kat, but it's always been Kit Kat. But how can so many people misremember the same thing? Who experiences the Mandela Effect? The Mandela Effect can happen to anyone, regardless of age, intelligence, or education. Even scientists, historians, and experts can fall for false memories, but some groups are more susceptible than others. People in the same cultural group, those who grew up watching the same movies or using the same products, are more likely to reinforce shared false memories. The internet accelerates misinformation. Once someone confidently states an incorrect fact online, it spreads rapidly and becomes common knowledge. Older generations may recall details incorrectly due to how memory changes over time, while younger generations might misremember things they weren't alive to experience firsthand. When do these false memories occur? The Mandela Effect often occurs when a small but important detail is altered, like a slight spelling change or a missing word in a famous quote. A false version spreads through pop culture and media. Once something is misquoted enough times, it becomes the new truth. Our brains try to fill in missing information. When we can't remember something perfectly, we create a logical but incorrect memory. For example, many people misremember a non-existent sequel to the 90s movie Shazam, starring Sinbad, but that movie never existed, yet thousands insist they remember watching it. Misinformation spreads rapidly online, making it more likely for false memories to replace real ones. Where do these false memories come from? The internet has supercharged the Mandela Effect by allowing misinformation to spread instantly. Viral posts, memes, and YouTube videos reinforce false details, making them feel real. Groupthink plays a huge role. If enough people believe something, our brain assumes it must be true. But can memory manipulation be intentional? Yes. Some brands intentionally create confusion to keep their names in public discussion. For example, some companies slightly modify their logos over time, like Pepsi or Starbucks, causing people to question their memory. Political and marketing campaigns use misinformation strategically to alter public perception. This means some Mandela effects might not be accidents at all. Why do we experience the Mandela Effect? Scientists believe the Mandela Effect happens due to the way our brain processes and stores memories. Psychological causes. Confabulation, our brain fills in gaps with logical but incorrect details. Priming, when we repeatedly hear false information, our brain starts believing it. Groupthink, if many people recall something the same way, we assume it must be true. Neuroscientific causes. The misinformation effect, our memory changes when exposed to new information. Pattern recognition, our brain makes assumptions based on previous experiences, even if they're wrong. Conspiracy theories? Some believe the Mandela Effect proves alternate realities exist, where different timelines overlap. While science hasn't proven this, the idea remains popular among believers in the multiverse. Can false memories change the way we see the world? Absolutely. False memories have real-world consequences. Eyewitness testimonies have led to wrongful convictions. Over 75% of overturned convictions involved faulty memory. Marketers and advertisers use false memories to manipulate consumers. Have you ever been convinced a brand changed its logo only to realize it never did? But having a flawed memory isn't always bad. Our brain's ability to reshape memories helps us adapt, learn, and focus on what's most important. If we had perfect memory, we might struggle to filter out unnecessary information. Fun facts about the Mandela Effect. The human brain can store up to 5 petabytes of data, equal to 3 million hours of TV. The Shazam movie never existed, yet thousands swear they saw it. Eyewitness testimony is unreliable. It's one of the top causes of wrongful convictions. The Monopoly man never had a monocle, but many remember him with one. Parallel universe believers think the Mandela Effect is proof of a timeline collision. The Mandela Effect is a fascinating reminder that our memories aren't as reliable as we think. Now that you know why it happens, do you still trust your own recollections? What Mandela Effect examples have you experienced? Share in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-bending topics.